Today we're going to show you how to cook an eggplant lantern. We call it a lantern because after adding the meat, the shape of the eggplant looks just like a lantern. This dish nicely combines eggplant and ground pork. The presentation of the dish looks so good. This is great comfort food, and you can make it for your guests and wow them. Before we start, first we're going to dice some garlic. Half of the ginger we're going to shred and half we're going to mince. We're going to need 2 tomatoes and we're going to dice them. We're going to use about 1 pound of ground pork. To season the pork, we will need half tablespoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of 5-spice powder, 1/2 teaspoon of minced ginger, 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, a pinch of salt, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Mix everything very well, and then add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. The oil is going to bring out the flavor in the pork. Prepare the eggplants. In order to prepare the eggplants, you need to cut off the heads and the bottoms. We're going to use 2 utensils to kind of guide our knife so we don't cut all the way through. Then we're going to separate the eggplant into about 5 parts. Each part will contain about 3 or 4 gaps for us to put the pork in. Next, use a spoon to put the pork into each gap in the eggplant. After filling all of the eggplant gaps, we're going to use cornstarch to coat the outside of the eggplant. Shake off the excess before adding the eggplants into the pan. Heat some oil in a pan. To test if it's hot enough for the deep fry, here's our tip. Put a utensil into the oil. If you can see there's bubbling around it, it means it's hot enough. Add the eggplants to the oil and fry each side. The main goal of the deep fry is to stabilize the eggplant and stick the pork and the eggplant together so that we can have a nice lantern shape. If you want to do it in a healthy way, you can skip the cornstarch and steam the eggplant for about 15 minutes. I prefer it fried, as it'll have a little bit more flavor. After the eggplant lantern shape is formed, clean the pan, leave about 2 tablespoons of oil in it. We're going to fry some garlic and ginger. Once you can smell the aroma from the pan, add the diced tomato into the pan, and then add about 2 tablespoons of ketchup. Ketchup will bring more rich flavor for the sauce. To season the sauce, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, a pinch of salt, about 1/2 tablespoon of sugar, and we're going to mix it very well. We have shown in another recipe that soy sauce and tomato are one of the best combinations to create a delicious sauce. If you haven't seen that video, click on the top right corner for our 3-step easy rib tip recipe for more detail. Add about 2 cups of water into the sauce. Once it boils, add the eggplants to it. Use a spoon to pour the sauce on top of the eggplant. Let it simmer for 15 minutes to absorb the flavor and the sauce. Make sure to fully cook the inside. 15 minutes later, the sauce has thickened and the eggplant has absorbed the nice flavor from the sauce. Once the eggplant is fully cooked, we're going to take it out of the pan and garnish with some spring onion. These eggplant lanterns are very delicate and they look so pretty by themselves. They're super delicious. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please let us know in the comment what your favorite recipe is for eggplants. We'd love to know.